Where the cars at? Oh, there they go. Well, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on NBCSN. We are at Chicagoland Speedway, which put on a show last season, an absolute racing clinic. Some of the most entertaining racing we've seen. We're back with a different tire that should wear a little bit more in hopes that that improves the racing even more. All right, here we go. Pace car is in. Denny Hamlin, who I believe won this race last season, starting on pole here. He's absolutely put on a clinic this season. It's a green flag waves. We're racing here under the lights of Chicagoland. And wrecking in the back already. It's the 71 of David Gilliland sideways in the middle of the racetrack. That'll bring out the caution. Hamlin continues to lead to the line as we are about 5 wide behind, 3 wide throughout most of the field. Oh, contact there under the... Oh, Kyle Busch gets spun under the caution in front of the field. Lots of cars having to check up. It's a big pile up here under the yellow. What happened there? That was strange. Anyways, let's try this again. Green flag back in the air. Burton got the jump on that restart, cleared out in front, and there goes Truex getting spun. We're going to have another pileup off turn number 2. Elliott Sadler spins to the inside, big hits further back. David Rudiman's caught up in it. The 12 of Stremmy's destroyed. Burton's going to lead us back to the caution flag. Wide for the lead on the restart in 1 and 2. Still 4 wide as we head down the backstretch, and then 3 and 4. Burton dropping like a rock. Junior dropping like a rock. Burton trying to run the wall. Gets too close. Gets into it. He's going to fall way back. Made some contact with Kurt Busch. Luckily, they keep it straight, but they're still 3 wide for the race lead. Heading back down into 1 and 2. Newman on the high side. Here comes Edwards rolling the top. He's going to clear. Almost clear. Jimmy Johnson out in front. 3 wide behind him for second. Carl Edwards is going to clear for the lead. Mark Martin is loose. 4 wide. 5. Almost 5 wide. Off turn number 4. Jimmy Johnson with the run. He's going to get up in the second. Looks underneath Edwards. Look at the run from Hamlin. Oh my goodness, what a dive. He gets back up to third underneath Mike Bliss and clears him off into turn 3. Hamlin up to third, Newman into fourth, Gordon to P5. Side by side for the lead. Johnson led that lap. Edwards back on the inside. Johnson with a good run off the high side. Edwards couldn't quite stay with him there. He's going to have to try it again on the inside through 3 and 4. Great battling here at Chicagoland. We come to expect this every year where we come here. Gordon now in the race lead. What a move he made. But now here comes Dale Jr. This is such a big pack that the lead is changing hands just about every corner. What is going on? We got cars slowing here. Ryan Newman blew up. Newman's done. No power underneath the hood of that 39. He's slow down the back straightaway. Will that be a caution? Side by side for the lead. It's Dale Jr. and Jeff Gordon, teammates. Newman's out of the way. We're still green. But that checked up the pack big time. A lot of cars lost momentum. Here comes Hamlin back to the inside. Hamlin clearly has the strongest car. He is a man on a mission this season. Junior tried to come down the block, couldn't quite get in front. Junior tries it again, takes the air off the nose of that 11 car, completely blocked his line, made him check up. Hamlin now trying the high side. Jeff Gordon down low. Diving off into 1 and 2. Side by side for second. Mark Martin is still there. The 99 of Edwards is there. Close battling for P2. Door to door off into 3 and 4. Side by side still. for third between Edwards and Hamlin. Hard to believe we're still on the first half of this race. That's how insane this racing has been. As the 5 of Martin makes it 3 wide, he stuck his nose in the middle. Hamlin hangs on. Martin's still there. Mark Martin pinning down his former teammate in that 99 car. Still alongside Edwards in the 99. Chicagoland has definitely morphed into one of the best tracks here on the schedule. Multi-groove racing, as you see with Martin and Edwards still side by side. And Martin pulling ahead now in the 3 and 4. Edwards drives in deep. Can he make it stick this time around? No, he's still falling back. Edwards getting a push from Jimmy Johnson down the front straightaway. He likes seeing them side by side like this. Johnson jumps up to the high side. He's going to try and follow Martin past. Mark Martin clears Jimmy Johnson now to the outside of Edwards. Edwards dropping like a rock. Dale Jr. still out in front. Jeff Gordon trying to run him down. Hamlin right there as well. Lap traffic coming up is the 26 of Jamie McMurray. All right, we had a couple of clean laps. Just let the engines do the talking there. Now we're getting some more action here as Mark Martin has reeled in Denny Hamlin. Now he dives underneath into 1 and 2 and almost cleared him off turn 2. Still side by side. Will they clear each other this time? No. Brian Vickers right in front of... Whoa, right in front of Martin. That tightened things up quite a bit. They're 3, almost 4 wide per second. It's Denny Hamlin versus the Hendrick cars. He's in the Hendrick sandwich. 2 in front, 2 behind. What a crazy battle it has been, as now they're racing hard for third. Look at this, multiple grooves being used by our top three as they all ran slightly higher up the track than the car ahead. Why is my charger slipping out every 2 seconds? Anyway. Dive from Jimmy Johnson, making it work too. Hamlin follows through. So Johnson up to second, Hamlin third. Try to catch the cars to the leader, who is Dale Jr. Uh-oh. Got some lap traffic, and it's heavy this time by Brad Keselowski, the Hendrick car, blocking Denny Hamlin. This allows Edwards to reel in that 11 car. Edwards got stuck behind his teammate in the 26 as well. Caution! Trouble! The 31 sideways in the middle of the racing groove. We got more. That's Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick. The race ran caution-free last season. We got an early caution and another one late in the going here at Chicagoland. That's going to change everything. Big damage in those three cars we saw. Burton, his teammate Harvick, and Kurt Busch all completely destroyed. What happened here? Oh, the 9 of Kane blew up. Burton got into the back of the 4 of Slager, who checked up to avoid him. Slides down the track right into the path of Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick, who both had nowhere to go. And look at this. Track almost blocked, but all of our leaders just squeaked by in the outside lane. Wow. Well, this is going to be a crazy restart. With the tire wear we've seen, all drivers electing to come down pit road. It's going to be about raw horsepower and skill these last few laps. Who has the best car? Who has mastered Chicagoland? Tire wear? I don't know. We still have a little ways to go. It might be a factor, but it's not going to be quite as heavy as a factor as it was a moment ago. We only have 15 cars on the lead lap here. So all 14 leaders have come down pit road to change tires. Jeremy Mayfield having a great run today. He's still in the lead lap, 14th place. The only one that stayed out was Brad Keselowski, but he was originally a lap down and only got that lap back crossing the line as the leaders pitted. What's going on behind these guys? I have no clue. They're just way back, but we're green nonetheless. We might see a penalty for somebody back there holding the field up, but we are green. Mike Bliss way faster than the pack. He might catch the tail end of the leaders there. That's Hornish at the back of that smaller field. As you see, the 5 of Martin looked to the inside of Dale Jr. Couldn't quite get there, backed out of it. Comes Tony Stewart back into the mix. He's looking for the race lead. He gets underneath Dale Jr. First car we've seen catch Jr. in the last handful of laps. And Tony Stewart is a rocket ship. Man, that car is flying on those 4 fresh tires. May have not had a good long run car, but on the short runs here, he is absolutely flying. Clint Boyer's back into the mix. 48 as well. Johnson charging back through the field. Mark Martin has lost a ton of ground, falls way through the pack. Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon fell back as well. They're trying to work their way back up. Boyer on the high side, lost a lot of momentum. He's falling back now. Stewart leads, drives away with the lead. Johnson up in the second. Clears Jr. for the spot. Here comes Hamlin back into the mix. Look at our fastest laps. Mark Martin holds the fastest lap, but Jimmy Johnson is having the second fastest. Denny Hamlin the third fastest. They're all right there, getting past Dale Jr., who had the 4th quickest lap time of the race, and Carl Edwards right there with the 5th. He's looking under Jr. now. Jr. defends pretty well. Here comes Hamlin with a run on Johnson underneath. Off turn number 2. Johnson clears, stays ahead. Hamlin right there in 3rd, pushing now, trying to get Johnson up to the rear bumper of that 14. If they can work together and possibly make a move on the 14 car, that'll better both of their chances of winning this race. But instead, Hamlin gets underneath. Johnson tried to run a groove up, couldn't quite get it to work. Hamlin got it to stick on the inside. He gets underneath for 2nd. Can he clear off turn number 4? Johnson fights back. That's going to help Stewart. Stewart loves seeing this in his rearview mirror with less than 10 laps to go. Tires starting to wear out just a bit here. We could see things change on a dime here as the 48 gets a great run through 1 and 2 on the high side. The 99, Edwards, looking underneath the 11, got blocked heading down into turn 3. They're still neck and neck for P2. Johnson not giving an inch. Hamlin finally gets the run he needs, clears him off turn number 2. He's going to clear up in front of that 48 or not. Johnson still trying to stick that nose in there. Hamlin arcs it back in the 3 and 4. Johnson doesn't get the run through 3 and 4 he needs. He's going to lose 2 spots off turn number 4. Hamlin has his sights set on that 14. He's going to be able to run him down. Contact between teammates. Dale Jr. almost got turned. He saves it further back, but contact with Jimmy Johnson nearly sent him sideways. Now Johnson gets back underneath. He's going to try and retake that 4th position. It seems that 48 car is best on the bottom side. Uh-oh. Lap traffic. Jamie McMurray right in front of our 14 car. Our leader gets held up. And that allows Hamlin to close the gap even more. Coming to 3 laps to go. This time by Two laps to go. Hamlin falling back. Johnson is back in the picture. Johnson looking inside. Stewart loves to see this. But can Johnson clear Hamlin off turn 4? White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Johnson is clear. Hamlin's going to push. Hamlin cuts back inside. All of this battling is allowing Tony Stewart to run away with it. Hamlin back underneath Johnson. Dale Jr. sits in 3rd and 4th, waiting for these two to slow each other up. Johnson hangs on down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. He clears. Tony Stewart is going to win at Chicagoland. But what a battle for everyone involved, but especially Stewart flying through the field on those new tires to get the job done and win here in Chicago. That is going to do it. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. Hope to see y'all next time, and until then, peace.